For decades, the so-called Israel Palestine war has been a story of injustice, oppression, and resistance. In this mini-documentary, we shed light on the plight of the Palestinian people, tracing the historical roots of their struggle and exposing the brutal realities of Israeli occupation and aggression. The story of Palestine is one of dispossession and displacement, as indigenous Palestinians have faced relentless persecution and forced expulsion to make way for the establishment of the State of Israel. The Nakba, or catastrophe, of 1948 saw the violent expulsion of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians from their homes, creating a refugee crisis that persists to this day. The systematic erasure of Palestinian identity and heritage continues through discriminatory laws, policies, and practices aimed at maintaining Jewish supremacy in historic Palestine. Since the 1967 Six-Day War, Israel has occupied the West Bank, Gaza Strip, and East Jerusalem, subjecting Palestinians to a brutal regime of military rule, checkpoints, and settlements. The expansion of illegal Israeli settlements on Palestinian land, in violation of international law, has fragmented Palestinian territory and deprived Palestinians of their right to self-determination. Meanwhile, Gaza has been subjected to a suffocating blockade, creating a humanitarian catastrophe characterized by poverty, unemployment, and lack of access to basic necessities. Israel's military assaults on Gaza have become a recurring nightmare for Palestinians, with devastating consequences for civilians. The 2008 to 2009 Gaza War, 2012 Operation Pillar of Defense, and 2014 Operation Protective Edge left thousands dead, including hundreds of children, and caused widespread destruction of homes, schools, and infrastructure. Israel's disproportionate use of force, indiscriminate targeting of civilian areas, and blockade-induced humanitarian crisis constitute war crimes and crimes against humanity, yet perpetrators continue to enjoy impunity. The Israeli occupation of Palestine is characterized by systematic human rights abuses, including arbitrary detention, torture, and extrajudicial killings of Palestinian civilians. The denial of basic rights such as freedom of movement, access to education, and healthcare perpetuates a cycle of poverty and despair. Despite condemnation from the international community and numerous United Nations resolutions, Israel's impunity is sustained by unwavering support from powerful allies, particularly the United States. In the face of adversity, Palestinians have demonstrated resilience, steadfastness, and unwavering commitment to their rights and dignity. The global solidarity movement for Palestine is growing as people around the world stand in solidarity with the Palestinian struggle for freedom, justice, and equality. Boycott, divestment, and sanctions (BDS) campaigns are gaining momentum, urging individuals, institutions, and governments to hold Israel accountable for its violations of international law and human rights. In conclusion, the Israel-Palestine conflict is not a mere territorial dispute. It is a struggle for justice, dignity, and liberation. The Palestinian people continue to resist occupation and oppression with courage and resilience, demanding their inherent rights to freedom, self-determination, and return to their homeland. As global citizens, we have a moral obligation to stand with Palestine, to amplify their voices, and to work towards a future where justice prevails and all people can live in peace and equality. Only through collective action and solidarity can we hope to end the cycle of injustice and achieve a just and lasting peace in Palestine.